Welcome, fellow seekers of health in this brave new year of 2025. If you're here to eat better, to sidestep the siren call of fad diets and dubious expert proclamations, you've landed in the right tale. This isn't just a shopping trip, it's an expedition through a labyrinth of half-truths and hidden gems. Picture the grocery store as a battlefield. On one side, the processed profiteers peddling inflammation in shiny wrappers; on the other, the quiet champions of real food, waiting to be claimed. Today, we'll navigate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, unpacking what's truly good, why it matters, and how to stretch your hard-earned dollars. And here's the twist: some foods masquerading as virtuous are wolves in sheep's clothing. Let's sharpen our wits and dive in. Let's kick off with breakfast, a meal that's been a battleground since the 80s. If you grew up in that era of neon leg warmers and synth beats, you'll recall the gospel. Butter was the enemy. Saturated fat, they cried, would clog our arteries and doom us all. The solution? Margarine, smooth, spreadable salvation in a tub. We slathered it on toast, smug in our modernity, while the food industry chuckled behind closed doors. Here's the revelation. Decades in the making, they were wrong. Spectacularly, hilariously wrong. A boardroom in the late 90s. Suits sipping espresso, plotting profit. Margarine wasn't about health, it was about margins. Soybean oil, palm oil, natural flavorings, cheaper than butter's honest fat, and free of the dreaded saturated label. But science, that slow-turning wheel, caught up. Those plant-based oils? Processed, inflammatory culprits, soybean, canola, palm, stoking fires in our bodies we didn't even know were lit. Butter, meanwhile, emerged from the shadows, a redeemed hero. Saturated fat, in moderation, isn't the villain, it's a nutrient carrier. A flavor maestro. But not all butter wears the crown. American-style skimps at 80% fat, padded with water, sizzle heavy, substance light. European-style ups the ante to 83 to 85%. Soft and rich. Then there's the pinnacle, grass-fed butter. From cows grazing on emerald pastures, not gorging on GMO grains. 500 times more conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. A fat-fighting marvel, plus omega-3s. Vitamins A and E. It's not just food, it's a history lesson in every bite. Seek the grass-fed label, Irish imports, New Zealand treasures, or domestic pasture gems. Your arteries and taste buds will thank you. Eggs, nature's humble protein bombs. Or so we thought. This section's a riddle wrapped in a marketing ploy. Once, we grabbed whatever was cheapest, trusting labels like cage-free or free-range to mean something noble. Spoiler: they don't. Those terms are smokescreens, chickens crammed in warehouses, not frolicking in fields. The real story begins with pasture-raised eggs, where hens roam under the sky, pecking at bugs and grass, supplemented with grain. It's not just kinder, it's alchemy. Here's the science. These eggs pack twice the omega-3s, anti-inflammatory warriors, 3 times the vitamin E, 7 times the beta-carotene. The yolks glow orange, sturdy as a promise, not the pale imposters of industrial coops. And the economics? An 18-count pasture-raised hull costs $10.29, 57 cents per egg, or $6.86 a dozen. Compare that to $6.69 for cage-free. $6.49 for free-range. A few pennies more buys you nutrition, not nonsense. In a world still reeling from bird flu shortages, this is a victory worth savoring. Bread, the staff of life. Or so the poets claimed. For many of us, it's nostalgia. Warm slices from childhood. A balm for the soul. But this honey wheat? A betrayal in every crumb. Enriched flour, wheat stripped bare, then artificially fortified with synthetic niacin and iron. 2 grams of added sugar per slice. Soybean oil, less than a gram of fiber. This isn't sustenance, it's a shelf life scam. 80% of the middle aisles, those processed hinterlands, are engineered this way. Nutrition gutted. Hunger stoked to keep us coming back. Here's the counterplot. Bread can be redeemed. Seek whole grains, nuts, seeds, no enriched flour, no cane sugar. This one's sweetened with organic fruit juice, 1 gram per slice, and delivers 4 grams of fiber. A satiety superstar. Sprouted grains unlock nutrients, not preservatives. The aisle's a maze, but the rules are simple. Ditch the industrial trickery for honest ingredients. A sprouted loaf from a discount chain proves it's not about privilege, it's about perception. Lunch demands a jolt, coffee. That dark elixir, paired perhaps with a nibble of chocolate. But flavored blends? A trap. Artificial flavorings, petroleum-born fakes. Per the FDA's lax decree, or natural flavors. A term so vague it's laughable. And those K-cups? The storyteller dangles a pod like evidence. Boiling water through aluminum and plastic leaches toxins into your mug. The inventor himself rues their ubiquity. A convenience turned curse. Ground or whole bean is the path. Brew it fresh, no pods. No peril. Creamers? Bypass the corn syrup solids and hydrogenated oils for milk, cream, or a plant-based splash. It's not just coffee, it's a stand against shortcuts. Lunch is where value meets vigor. Tuna salad, 18 grams of protein in a 2.6-ounce pouch. 99 cents. That's $6 a pound. Fresh fish commands $15 to $20. Protein builds muscle, boosts metabolism, and triggers GLP-1, a natural appetite tamer rivaling pharmaceutical mimics. Wild-caught salmon follows suit. 15 grams in a 2.5-ounce pack for $1.59. Roughly $10 a pound against $14 fresh. Omega-3s abound. Mercury fears tempered by smaller species. These are the unsung heroes of the pantry. Turkey sandwiches, a lunchtime ritual for the ages. But this? GMO cornstarch, added sugar, sodium phosphates, carrageenan, an inflammatory roster. The meat's not the menace, it's the meddling. The storyteller swaps for a cleaner pack. Here, turkey meets sea salt and rosemary broth, nearly pristine. Save a non-organic quibble. The organic upgrade? Pure, grain-fed virtue. 6 ounces for $5.89. 7 for $6.29. A bulk deal from a warehouse club seals the win. Clean protein. No filler folly. Dinner's sacred, but lunch can flirt with indulgence. Chips? A guilty pleasure with a catch. Most swim in seed oils, safflower, sunflower, canola, cheap, inflammatory villains. Swap them for avocado oil, still fried, but far less fiendish. Ditching seed oils and cane sugar slashes 90% of dietary chaos. A free app, imagine it, scans barcodes, flags offenders, and guides you to better bites. It's not deprivation, it's discernment. Dinner embodies a truth. You're what your food eats. Grass-fed beef, cows on pasture. Not grain silos. Delivers twice the CLA. 5 times the omega-3s. 7 times the vitamin A carbon neutral. 2 pounds for $10 to $5 a pound. Proves it's no luxury. Wild-caught salmon. Deep pink from ocean feasts. Trump's farm raised frauds dyed orange with beta-carotene. Real food, real stakes. Here's the 2025 gospel. Ignore the diet du jour and the expert echo chamber. Eat real, ingredients you can name, trust, and savor. This journey's no sermon, it's a map through the madness. Join the weekly dispatches, subscribe. Stay sharp. Now, a turkey sandwich calls. Farewell, and fortify your forks.